Hello everyone, how are you? Jonas90 here, and today we're going to be doing my entire Blu-ray collection. Now, each of these movies I have are what I liked, and some I find flaws with it, but I still find enjoyment, and there are some I regret getting, but you know what? Crap happens. And they're in ABC order, and some of them are in a specific type of order, and you'll get exactly what I mean when I get to that. And most of these are mixed with regular 3D and 4K Blu-rays all together. So, with all that said, let's get to it. Starting with 9 from Tim Burton and Timur Bekmambetov. It's a solid good animated movie and I sort of enjoyed it. And it's been 9 years since it's been released and that's saying something. The next one is 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. Very intense movie from Michael Bay and I find it to be one of my favorites. And the next one is 21 and 22 Jump Street. 22 Jump Street is a good gift from a friend of mine. And he's a good friend as well, and both of these I just cannot help but laugh at them. And they're laughably a great time. The next one is This is Sparta! 300 from Zack Snyder. This movie is very entertaining from start to finish, and I don't know about the sequel or not. I might as well, in fact, I'm not sure if I'll see it or not, but if I do, and I just say, it was okay, but the first one will always be the best in my opinion. And the next one is an absolute must-own, Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey. The 4K, my gosh, I can see why they call this an absolute must-own. And I do have a sequel, 2010, The Year We Make Contact. I have not seen it yet, I will soon, and I'll see if it's good as the first one or not. And the next one is 2012, visual effects, very entertaining, and I like the casting, and the story is pretty good. The next one is Adventures of Tintin in a 3D. It's very eye-popping in the one camera shot. You cannot go wrong with that. And the next one is Airplane and Airplane 2. But the first one will always be the best, especially with my favorite iconic quote, "Can you fly this plane and land it? Surely you can't be serious." I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. Still makes me laugh every time I watch the first one. And the next one is Aladdin. Rest in peace to Robin Williams. Great animation, it is an absolute must-own, very good family classic. And the next one is Alice in Wonderland, and it's a good animated movie, it's a great time, and I do have a Tim Burton live-action 3D, don't judge me, it's sort of entertaining, but the sequel, Looking Glass, that makes this first one a bona fide classic, so there's that. Okay, this next stack. Alien, the 35th Anniversary Edition, and Aliens, the 30th Anniversary Edition. I'm going to keep them both. The Amazing Spider-Man, it was an okay remake, but The Amazing Spider-Man 2, in my opinion, a better sequel than Spider-Man 3. Sorry, just my opinion, and I like the 3D of this movie. The next one I have here is American Sniper, a very good military true story classic from Clint Eastwood, and Bradley Cooper did amazing as the, who was he? Chris Kyle. I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but yeah, a very good military true hero classic. Saw it in the theater and I was blown away. The next one is Apocalypse Now. Haven't seen it yet, but I heard really good things about it. Argo. Won Best Picture, and I have not seen it yet, but I really like to one day. Armageddon, a very fun Michael Bay classic in my opinion, and if it ever does get a 4K release, I'll be getting it. Atlantis, Lost Empire, not a fan of Miles Turner to be honest, so there is that. James Cameron's Avatar, the 3-hour cut. I'll probably get the theatrical version 3D one day. Oh, Avatar The Last Airbender, finally on Blu-ray. I've been waiting for this. And I got the continuation sequel for Legend of Korra. I got it from a Black Friday sale. Baby Driver. Oh, I gotta do this. Back to the Future trilogy, so iconic, and the trilogy is an absolute must-own. Bad Boys 1 and 2 4K, and honestly, I'm excited for 3. It looks fun. Batman The Killing Joke, which I find to be pretty good, especially for Mark Hamill voicing as Joker. Batman Ninja, very amazing in my opinion. One of my guilty pleasures. Battle of Los Angeles, saw this movie with my uncle and we ended up having a good time. Beauty and the Beast, the 3D from the UK, it was a lot cheaper, but I say it's an absolute must-own. and the live action adaptation in 3D from the UK as well. And it's true, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you know what? Still very entertaining. Alright. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice! The original Beetlejuice from Michael Keaton and Tim Burton. A good Halloween time classic. So there's that. The next one is Beowulf 3D. And this is the region-free kind. And the 3D of this movie is so eye-popping, it's very enjoyable. And the next one is Big Hero 6. I saw this movie 3 times in theaters and it was such a great time. And I kept the 2D slipcover because I do have the 3D version from the UK. And the 3D is very watchable and very eye-popping. And the next one is a very fun one, Big Trouble in Little China. Very fun to watch. Continuing on, Blade Runner, the original 4K, the final cut, I mean. Blade Runner 2049 4K and Blade Runner 2049 3D because that's how much I love Blade Runner. So there's that. The Blind Side, inspiring true story football movie. Brave 3D is very amazing. Oops, dropped that. Braveheart. Wait till they get to 4K. The Breakfast Club, this is a retro masterpiece. Caddyshack, one of my favorite comedies, directed by Harold Ramis, one of the Ghostbusters. May he rest in peace. Carrie, the original. The remake, it was alright. Casablanca, I have not seen it, but I heard it's a really good romantic classic. Oh boy! Celebrating Mickey and 90th anniversary of Mickey Mouse. Each and every single animated classics, very enjoyable. One of my favorite comedies, Central Intelligence. A very fun comedy with Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson. Very laughable. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a good time. I saw it in the theater when I was a kid, so I thought, yeah, why the heck not? Oh man, this was a hard Blu-ray to find. The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. I saw this in the theater and it was such a great time and still find it enjoyable. The sequels, But I'm looking forward to see how Netflix will do Narnia, so I'm pretty much excited for that. Chronicle. A very good found footage movie. I saw it in the theater and I was blown away. And every single Chucky movie. Now I got the whole set because it's leading up to their remake and I'm pretty much excited for it. And I have not seen Curse or Cult of Chucky yet. So, but I'll find enjoyment. Live action Cinderella. Click. I like the concept. It's pretty fun to watch, in my opinion. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 1 and 2 3D. Cloverfield. 10 Cloverfield Lane. I have not seen Cloverfield Paradox. I heard it's really bad, but I like the first 2, so who knows? I might like the third one. Alright. Coco 3D, absolute must-own. Commando, get down! Wow! The Conjuring universe with the first movie and has a lenticular slipcover. And stupid movie. Conjuring 2, better than the first one. Annabelle Creation, much better than the first one. And there's The Nun. I was thinking about getting the 4K, but since I thought it wasn't that good, I thought I'd get a regular Blu-ray. And, well, I didn't hate it, but it was just, I guess. Okay, moving on. Coraline, the 3D is very eye-popping and still scares the living crap out of me. Not kidding. The Cornetto trilogy that features Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. My favorite will have to be The World's End because it makes me laugh the most. And don't get me wrong, I love the first 2. But the third one just gets me laugh more. Alright, come to me movies. Alright, continuing on. The DC Universe. Here we go. Batman, the original movie with Adam West. May he rest in peace. Superman, the original movie, the 3-hour cut. I gotta say, more detailed than the 2.5-hour and the theatrical cut. And Superman and Batman anthologies that features Superman, the original movie, Superman 2, the original cut, 3, and the hilariously awful 4, The Quest for Peace, and Superman Returns, which I find to be better than 3 and 4. Sorry, just my opinion. Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and the hilariously awful Batman and Robin. Why does that exist? But I'm sort of glad it exists because Christopher Nolan came to us with the Dark Knight trilogy. The 4K is a worthy upgrade, I gotta tell you. And The Dark Knight, still my all-time favorite Batman film, without a doubt. And then there's Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice in 4K and 3D. Suicide Squad, it's fine, it's watchable in my opinion. Wonder Woman, and Justice League. I would have gone to 3D, but I heard a 4K is really nice quality, and they're right, it's worth a watch. Okay, moving on. Despicable Me 1 and 2. Not getting Minions, and I have not seen the third movie yet, but I will at some point. Die Hard. Such a good classic, and a 4K is a worthy upgrade. And I do have the whole set in a 4K, Steelbook, but we don't talk about the fifth one. Let's bring that down. Oh, that's better. Alright, moving on. Dinosaur, part of my childhood. Dirty Dancing in the retro slipcover. It's pretty cool. District 9, Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods, and Resurrection F. Dread, I am the law. Yeah, let's all pretend that the Sylvester Stallone version never existed. Alright, Dunkirk in 4K, Edward Scissorhands, one of the movies that makes me tear up cry, without a doubt. Elf, Santa! I know him! One of my favorites. The Emperor's New Groove and Kronk's New Groove. The first one is the best, second, not a fan. Ender's Game, very eye-popping. The Equalizer, I have not seen the second one, so I'll watch that at some point. I'll rent it from Redbox. Escape from Tomorrow, wow, what a bizarre movie, but why do I own it? Because it's amazingly bizarre at how they made this, how they managed to pull it off. The Evil Dead 2, groovy. I do not own Army of Darkness yet. I will at some point. I heard it's a fun time. And Ash vs. Evil Dead, because it is groovy. E.T. the Extraterrestrial 4K, absolute must-have. It's a worthy upgrade. Okay, and I got a few more stacks. Come to me, movies. Alright, here we go. Alright, Fantasia and Fantasia 2000, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Bueller, The Fifth Element, very fun to watch, Fight Club, oops, told it by Fight Club, Finding Nemo, and Finding Dory, The Fly, the performance from Jeff Goldblum, you cannot go wrong about that. Forrest Gump. I have been waiting for the 4K release since this is my all-time personal favorite film. In my opinion, it's a beautiful transfer. Here's my opinion. Frickin' Weenie, Frozen in 3D, Fury, every single Game of Thrones, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, Season 5, Season 6, along with the bonus disc I got for Walmart, and Season 7. And I cannot wait for Season 8. It's going to be epic. Get Smart, a very fun summertime comedy. Ghost in the Shell, the anime. I heard the remake wasn't bad. I'll look into it later. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. And the 2016 remake in 4K 3D. It's not bad. I didn't hate it. It has some flaws, but I still enjoy it. That's my opinion. Gladiator, which I have right here, and I'll upgrade it to 4K soon. The Godfather Trilogy. Gojira, the original from 1954 and 1956. The Godzilla 2014 reboot 3D. Gone with the Wind. Goodfellas. And The Goonies, part of my childhood. Goosebumps, and I have not seen the sequel yet. I heard it's solid, but I'll look into it soon. Gravity, very phenomenal 3D. Grease in 4K. The Greatest Showman, one of those feel-good movies you just gotta watch. And Hugh Jackman is without a doubt an amazing singer. The Green Mile, and Groundhog Day. Worthy upgrade in 4K. Alright, had to put them back on my shelf because there's no room for the rest of them. And I'll be just keep on doing that from time to time. So without further ado, let's continue. Hacksaw Ridge, a very phenomenal true story World War II movie, sorry. John Carpenter's Halloween 4K, which is a phenomenal transfer. And the 2018 sequel, which I find to be very much more enjoyable. And the complete Halloween collection. So, yay, I guess. I like some of them, but the ones I absolutely hated would be Chris and Michael Myers, Resurrection, and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. That movie is cancer. Alright, continuing on. Hangover and Part 2. Not getting Part 3, because it doesn't exist. That happening so bad, it's hilarious. Come to kill me in my sleep. What? No! Still gets me to crack up. Alright, Happy Feet. The sequel was fine. I'll probably get it one day. Hardcore Henry, very fun action. The complete Harry Potter collection. And I got them separately because I would have gotten the 4K, but I learned that the first two films, the extended cut is only on the regular Blu-ray and not the 4K, so I got all of them in regular Blu-ray. And I got the epic sequel, my all-time favorite, Deathly Hallows Part 2 in 3D because that's how you end a Harry Potter franchise. And Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Very fun 3D and very fun to enjoy. The Haunted Mansion. Screw it. Part of my childhood. I saw it when I was a kid in the theater and it was cheap on Walmart, so I thought, yeah, why the heck not? Okay, Hercules! Ultimate Disney classic. The Hitman's Bodyguard. Such a fun comedy. It's like seeing Deadpool and Nick Fury in one movie, and I cannot wait for the sequel. So there's that, and I picked it up from Black Friday. Hocus Pocus. A fun time around October. Good family movie. Home Alone 1 and 2. Shut up, Moth! Jeez! One of my favorite movies. And the blood-curdling scream. Best part in the whole movie in the first one. The House with the Clock on Its Walls, one I bought for myself, and a friend of mine gave me another copy for my birthday, so yay! So there's that. Alright. How to Train Your Dragon, 1 and 2 3D, and I cannot wait to see The Hidden World. Oh man, I'm excited. You have no idea. Hugo 3D is an absolute must-have. The Hunchback of Notre Dame, not a fan of a sequel. So there's that. The Hunger Games 4-movie collection and Mockingjay Part 2 in 3D, but you will need a region-free Blu-ray player in order to play this. So there's that. iRobot Steelbook. I was thinking about getting it in 3D, but I decided not to because I heard so many bad things about it. People say it's not as good as a 2D version, so I just stuck with that. And I gotta say, it's a very smart move. Inception with a lenticular. Very awesome. The Incredibles 4K is a phenomenal transfer. Incredibles 2. Independence Day, a very fun movie. And I do have Resurgence. I know it's silly and dumb, but it's also very fun to watch. The Indiana Jones 4-movie collection. I'm sorry, 3-movie collection. The 4th one doesn't exist. Disney Pixar's Inside Out. The 3D is very emotional and gets me tear up every time I watch it. Okay, let me move these movies over here. Come to me, movies. Trying to be careful they don't fall. And there we go. Okay, moving on. Interstellar. I'll upgrade it to 4K one day. The Iron Giant. I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. Yeah, if that happens, it will give me nightmares every day. I mean, if a clown appears to me in real life, it will give me nightmares. It's a Wonderful Life, my all-time personal favorite Christmas movie. The James Bond collection, leading up to Spectre. Alright, Jaws, you're gonna need a bigger boat. Such an iconic quote, and is an absolute must-have. Sequels? No, sir. John Wick and Chapter 2 4K. Baba Yaga. You don't want to mess with John Wick, trust me. Okay, Jumanji and Welcome to the Jungle in 4K, both of them. Jungle Book, the original cartoon, and live action 3D, which I find to be very amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jurassic Park, the 4K collection. My gosh, it's an amazing upgrade from a regular Blu-ray to 4K, and it's without a doubt amazing. The sound with the DTS:X surround, it's amazing. And I do have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom in 4K, and Jurassic Park in 3D, and Jurassic World 3D with a very rare stainless case. So there's that, or the steel tin. Yeah, steel tin. All right. Kick A and Kick A 2. Actually, I put them in another pile because if it go on Jurassic World 3D, that will just tip over and fall down. Kingsman Secret Service Steelbook, and I do have the copy, but it's in 4K, and the Golden Circle. It's okay, but I find it be fun to watch from time to time. Krampus, very fun time around the holidays. That is if you don't have younger kids around you. So there's that. Jim Henson's Labyrinth. Rest in peace to David Bowie. He was such a good singer. The Lego Movie 3D, because everything is awesome. The 3D is amazing as well. Les Miserables, the Lethal Weapon Collection. This reminded me of my mom because she loved the Lethal Weapon series. She liked the first two. I have not seen them, but I might as well one day. And I got it from Black Friday sale. Lilo and Stitch. The sequel, Everything the Nut touches is our kingdom. The Lion King 4K is a worthy upgrade. Cannot wait for the live action. And I do have it in 3D, but this is a steel tin case from Best Buy. I got it from Amazon. And I gotta say, it's worth it. And the 3D I got is from the UK because it's cheaper. And I got the soundtrack. It was a Christmas gift for my cousins. I thank him for it. And Lion King 1.5. But I'll probably get Simba's Pride soon to complete the whole set. So there's that. I'm a completionist. Live, Die, Repeat at the Tomorrow 3D, and I cannot wait for the sequel. Let's see. The Lorax 3D, again, picked it up from Black Friday. I liked it, so I thought, yeah, why not? Very cheap, too. Mad Max, the original. The Road Warrior. Not getting Beyond Thunderdome. I did not like it. But Fury Road, this is what you call a worthy sequel. Maleficent, my girlfriend likes it. I didn't, but I got it for her, so we can enjoy it together. So I thought, yeah, why the heck not? The Man with No Name trilogy that features A Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I've not seen them, but I will at some point, and I know that The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly will always be considered a masterpiece. And The Martian extended cut. All right. The Marvel Cinematic Universe. Here we go. Iron Man. The Incredible Hulk with a very rare lenticular subcover. Very hard to find. This is my first purchase from eBay. And I gotta tell you, it's worth it. Iron Man 2. Thor. Captain America, the First Avenger. Marvel's The Avengers. With a very rare lenticular subcover. Iron Man 3. Thor the Dark World, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, very trippy, IMAX 3D, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, 4K 3D Steelbook from Best Buy, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Avengers Infinity War in 4K and a 3D Steelbook from Zabi, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I cannot wait for more to come, such as Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home, and more to come in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Cannot wait. Moving on. The Meg. Shut up, Meg. The Matrix 4 movie collection. Got it from Walmart from Black Friday, so I thought, yeah, why the heck not? It's Matrix. What's not like about it? I mean, the first one is the best. Sequels, it's been a while since I've seen them. I might as well watch them again. So, there's that. The Men in Black 4K trilogy, because I made this look good. And Men in Black 3D, the third one. Megamind 3D, very fun to watch. Okay. The Mel Brooks collection. My mother gave me this, and it features The 12 Tears, Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, Silent Movie, High Anxiety, History of the World Part 1, To Be or Not to Be, Spaceballs, and Robin Hood Men in Tights. Very fun comedies to watch. Michael Jackson's This Is It, the 3D Enhanced Edition. I got this from eBay. I was the only one to bid this movie off of, and I felt very lucky. And the 3D is very amazing. Okay, the Middle-earth Collection. The Hobbit 3D Extended Trilogy. It's a big one. Got it from the UK because it was cheap. And it's all region free and very enjoyable. And the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition Trilogy. I have it backwards, sorry. And I finally seen them all, and I can see why Return of the King has won Best Picture. It definitely deserves it. Okay. Misery. That scene with the hobbling still gets me, but it's so well acted. And the direction is genius. My mission. Should I choose to accept it? The Mission Impossible 4K set. Fallout is still the best in the series, and the rest of them I liked. My least favorite would have to be 2, but the rest of them very entertaining and a worthy upgrade to 4K. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I find it like to be Harry Potter with X-Men. Miss Doubtfire, very fun to watch, and Robert Williams, again, rest in peace. Moana 3D. Mulan, very fun to watch. The Mummy Collection, including the Scorpion King. Oh boy. The Nightmare Before Christmas from Tim Burton. A Nightmare on Elm Street, rest in peace to Wes Craven. The original Christmas classics from Rankin and Bass. The Year Without a Santa Claus. Ouija, Origin of Evil, much better than the 2014 film. Pacific Rim. I have not seen the second one. I might as well soon. Paddington, Must Own. Paddington 2, another Must Own. Patriots Day. The Peanuts Collection. All Pirates of the Caribbean so far. Curse of the Black Pearl. Dead Man's Chest. At World's End. And On Stranger Tides. This was given to me and my friend of mine. Can you have this back? I'm joking. I'll keep this to embrace it. So thank you for that, my friend. The Pitch Perfect 4K trilogy. My girlfriend and I, we enjoy them, so I thought, yeah, why the heck not? Planet Earth. The first Blu-ray I got when I was a kid. Planet of the Apes Legacy Collection and Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And War for the Planet of the Apes. Very amazing trilogy. Platoon. Pocahontas, very underrated movie. Point Break, one of my favorites, and the remake sucked. The original Pokemon trilogy, part of my childhood. The Polar Express, very fun to watch around the holidays, and the 3D is very eye-popping. Movies, come over to me. Alright, and I gotta do this. Go, go, Power Rangers! Power Rangers, very fun to watch, and it's sort of very entertaining, and I like to see the sequel. I really do. The Predator 4K collection. Get to the chopper! The first one and the second movie and Predators? No. And I do have The Predator. I find it to be better than Predators, and I know it's a different movie. I know it has its flaws, but I find it has enjoyment. And the Predator 3D, which is very cool. The Princess Bride, very fun romance movie. Prometheus 3D. Alien Covenant in 4K. And all 4 Alien films. Got this from Black Friday and Alien 3 and Resurrection. And Pulp Fiction. Okay, now we're going to finish this thing once and for all. So I put them back on my shelf because I need room over here for the rest of my movies. So here we go. Rambo, the 4-movie collection. Rango, the director's cut. Ratatouille 3D. Once again, you'll need a region-free Blu-ray player to play this. And I got a few more coming to me. Come to me, movies. Alright, here they are. Whoops, okay. Ready Player One. The 4K is very amazing. I'll get the 3D of it soon because I know it'll be eye-popping, which I liked in a theater. Real Steel, one of my favorites. RoboCop. Come out quietly or there will be trouble. Very iconic quote. And the second one and third one, and the remake, which I have, it wasn't bad. I didn't hate it. It's enjoyable. The Rocky collection, I like the first one, I like the second one. Third was good, 4 was really good, and fifth one, no, we don't talk about that. And Rocky Balboa, a worthy sequel. And Creed in 4K. And I cannot wait to own Creed 2. The Santa Claus, not getting the sequels. Saving Mr. Banks. Saving Private Ryan, the 4K is a worthy upgrade. Saw, the complete collection. The first one was great. Second one was good. 3, 4, 5, not so much. 6 is a surprising improvement. And 7 3D was... We don't talk about it. And Jigsaw, which I find to be a better sequel than 3, 4, 5, and 7. So there's that. Scarface, say hello to my little friend. Very iconic. Schindler's List. Scrooge with Bill Murray. 7, What's in a Box? Very iconic. The Shawshank Redemption, a very must-own Blu-ray. One of those films that's just impossible to hate. Shrek 3D, Shin Godzilla, epic reboot from Toho. The Shining, here's Johnny! Still scares me every single time I see it. That's how scary it is. The Simpsons movie, one of my favorite comedies. Sleeping Beauty, the original, which I find to be better than Maleficent. Smokey and the Bandit. Snow White and the Huntsman. And Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, my all-time personal favorite Disney film, because think about it. If it wasn't for this movie, we'd never have the Disney films we have today. And it makes me tear up every time I see the ending. It's so happy, it's so emotional. Still gets me. Space Jam, part of my childhood. Spider-Man trilogy, third one. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie and Sponge Out of Water 3D. The Star Trek 10 movie collection, the Star Trek collection, every single one of them. And Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan, which is the director's cut. And I gotta tell you, it's pretty much worth it. Okay, have quite a few more, so stay tuned. Star Trek, The Companion, the first movie and the second movie in IMAX 2D. I'll upgrade it to 4K one day, just not right now, I'm in no rush. Star Trek Into Darkness 3D. And Star Trek Beyond 3D, which I find to be very fun to watch. Let me just reorganize this. Okay, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars. The prequel trilogy, the first 2 I have are on DVD, but the third one, because it's watchable, on Blu-ray. In a steelbook, it's really cool to look at. And Solo, a Star Wars story. I know it's flawed, but I find it to be very fun to watch. And I heard 3D was not any good, so I'll just stick with the 4K. Rogue One, Star Wars Story 3D Steelbook from Best Buy. The original trilogy that features A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. But I do wish we had the original cuts refurbished to Blu-ray. That would be amazing. But you might as well take what you can get with the George Lucas Special Edition. So there's that. The Force Awakens 3D, very amazing. And The Last Jedi in 4K and 3D from the UK. Rest in peace to Carrie Fisher, the true Star Wars princess, or general, either one. Starship Troopers, one of my favorite movies to watch. It's very action-packed and very fun. The Steve McQueen collection that features The Great Escape, The Magnificent Seven, The Thomas Crown Affair, and The Sand Pebbles. Stranger Things Season 1 in 4K Blu-ray. I love the show. And Stranger Things Season 2. Man, this show is worth it. And I cannot wait for Season 3. I'm so excited. Alright, moving movies over here. And continuing on. Sucker Punch, one of my favorite guilty pleasures. Very fun, action-packed. I know it's the plot is just but you know what? I enjoy it. Don't care what anyone says. Sully. The theater was actually a good time. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Taken, I will find you, and I will kill you. I will believe him right away. Not getting the sequels. Tarzan, the animation is great, the action is great, and the music for Phil Collins, gotta have this. All 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Ninja Turtles, and the second one and third one are not good. The animation is not bad, but the first one will always be great. And the 2014 reboot 3D, it was really disappointing, but it's still entertaining, I guess. But the sequel, Out of the Shadows, in my opinion, a better movie than the first one. The Terminator and Terminator 2 in 4K and 3D. I'll be back. And last but not least, again, region-free Blu-ray player. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when I first saw it, I'm not sure how I was going to sleep. That's how horrifying it was. Titanic IMAX 3D. Tomorrowland, which I find to be pretty cool to watch. Top Gun 3D, very amazing. Total Recall, and the most iconic quote, consider that a divorce. Love that quote. And the last stack right here. Alright, let's finish this. The Transformers the movie, Steelbook. Transformers in 4K. Mine and my girlfriend's movie, when we first watched it, she was like, let's have this be our movie. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do that. So I agree with her. And Revenge of the Fallen, I can see why Michael Bay regrets it. Dark of the Moon 3D is very fun to watch, and the 3D is eye-popping. Age of Extinction, IMAX 3D, and The Last Night, which I find to be better than 2 and 4. Sorry. And Bumblebee, I cannot wait to own it. It was such a great Transformers film. I'm glad to have seen it in the theater. Tron, the original classic, and Tron Legacy, IMAX 3D and 2D surprisingly. Tropic Thunder, one of my favorite comedies. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil Steelbook. It's a must-have for comedy lovers such as myself. Twister, rest in peace to Bill Paxton. Unbreakable, and the sequel to Unbreakable Split, and Wait Till I Own Glass. I saw it in the IMAX and I was blown away, and I cannot wait to own it. The Universe, season 1 from History Channel, Up in 3D. The first few minutes just makes me tear up every time I see it. V for Vendetta, absolute must-own. A good romantic animated classic, Wall-E. The Walk 3D with a lenticular slipcover. Westworld, the original movie, and Westworld season 1 in 4K, and I'm gonna own season 2 soon. That season blew my mind up away. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I got this for $5 from Walmart, and it's absolutely worth it. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, rest in peace to Gene Wilder. We're off to see The Wizard, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. The 3D is amazing, and I saw the movie for its 80th anniversary in a theater for its Fathom events and TCM movies. Oh man, it was a worthy time. Wreck-It Ralph, wait till I own Ralph Breaks the Internet. And I'm really bummed that it was not going to be in 3D, only in 4K, but you know what? You might also take what you can get. The X-Men 4K trilogy, worthy upgrade. The third one, it was okay. X-Men Origins Wolverine. There are 2 reasons why I own this. The first reason why is because when I got it, it gave me an $8 coupon for Deadpool 2, and there's another reason why I own this, even though it's a bad movie. I mean, like, really a terrible film. X-Men First Class 4K, The Wolverine, the extended cut is worth it. X-Men Days of Future Past, the Rogue Cut, and wait till I own the theatrical 3D. Deadpool 2-year anniversary 4K Steelbook. X-Men Apocalypse in 3D. Okay. Logan in 4K. A very worthy superhero film that makes me tear up every single time I see the ending. And Deadpool 2. And another reason why is because in X-Men Origins Wolverine, the part where Wolverine fights the robot Deadpool, this movie makes it all disappear, and that's what I love about it. Zombieland, I cannot wait for the sequel. And last but not least, Zootopia. A very smart movie with a really clever story and well done animation in a 3D, very eye-popping. So there's that. Well, that is it, my entire Blu-ray collection. Now there is a few I want to have but was not able to yet, such as the Monsters Inc. 1 and 2, the University 1 in 3D, and a Toy Story Trilogy 3D, and the Kung Fu Panda Trilogy 3D. But the ones I have behind me, that's all I have for now on, and I'll get more soon when I can. But anyways, thank you guys as always for watching, and let me know what you guys think of my collection down in the comments below, and tell me, which movie do you think I should own? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys as always for watching. You're the best. and I hope you have a good one.